Chapter 5, Lesson 3, Angles of Triangles. You will be able to find missing angle measures in triangles. The sum of the measures of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if you were to add up x, y, and z in this diagram, it would total to 180 degrees. A triangle is formed by three line segments that intersect only at their endpoints. A point where the line segments intersect is a vertex. The angle formed by the segments that lies inside the triangle is an interior angle. So x, y, and z are all interior angles. Find the value of x in the Antigua and Barbuda flag. So here we have a right triangle, and I know that because of this box symbol, which means that angle is 90 degrees. So we can set up an equation. X plus our 55 degrees plus 90 degrees equals 180 degrees. Combine like terms. X plus 145 equals 180. Subtract 145. And we get 35. Letter B. In triangle XYZ, if the measure of x is 72 and the measure of y is 74, what is the measure of angle Z? First, I'm going to say, let the measure of angle Z equal, we'll choose n. So we have our three angles. We don't need a diagram to figure this out. Let's set up our equation. 72 plus 74 plus n equals 180 degrees. Combine like terms. 146 plus n equals 180. Subtract 146 from both sides. N equals 34 degrees. The measures of the angles of triangle ABC are in the ratio 1 to 4 to 5. What are the measures of the angles? Well, let's let x equal measure of angle A. I know that A corresponds to the 1 here, simply because A is written first and this ratio starts with the 1, which means B corresponds to the 4 and C corresponds to the 5. So if I'm saying that x is A, 1x is A, and angle B is 4 times that, and angle C is 5 times that, I can come up with the following equation. More simply, put an x with all of these numbers in the ratio, add them up to be 180. But really this means if angle A were 10 degrees, for example, angle B would be 4 times that, or 40. Angle C would be 5 times that, or 50. Okay? So that's what the ratio means. So we can actually put our unknown amount as x for angle A and go from there. Combine like terms. 1x plus 4x plus 5x is 10x. So 10x equals 180. Divide by 10. X equals 18. Now, this is only the measure of angle A. So measure of angle A equals 18 degrees. We need to find the measure of angle B, and we need to find the measure of angle C. Now remember, angle B, this is A, this is B, and this is C. B is 4 times x is 18. So 4 times 18 is 72. That would be angle B. And angle C is 5 times x. So 18 times 5 is 90 degrees. So here are the measures of our triangle. And actually, I know it's a right triangle because angle C is a right angle. Let's do another one. The measure of the angles triangle LMN are in the ratio 2 to 4 to 6. What are the measures of the angles? So again, I know that angle L has the ratio of 2, has the first number of 2, corresponds to 2, M corresponds to 4, and N corresponds to 6. So I can say, let angle L equal 2x. And this time it's 2x because that first number in our ratio is 2. So if L is 2x, that would mean M is 4x, and N is 6x, and together it equals 180 degrees. Combine like terms, we get 12x equals 180 degrees. Divide by 12, and we get so 180 divided by 12, we get 15. Well, x equals 15, but remember, L is 2x. So, measure of angle L, measure of angle M, measure of angle N. Well, 2 times x is 2, let's do this over here, 2 times 15, which is 30, so angle L is 30. 4 times x is 4 times 15, which is 60, so angle M is 60. And 6x is 6 times 15, which is 90. So again, we have a right triangle because one of the angles measures 90 degrees. Exterior angles of a triangle. The measures of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its two remote interior angles. So let's talk about what these vocab words mean. So here you have a triangle, and the lines extend off of each line segment. So really these are rays, okay? And they still form an internal triangle. Angle 1, 2, and 3 are interior angles because they were inside the triangle. Angle 4, 5, and 6 are exterior angles because they are outside the triangle. Now, what's important to know here is that two angles, such as these two, 1 and 4, form a straight line, which is 180 degrees. Also remember, angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So what you can say is that these two angles, 3 and 2, are the same as 4. Because by substitution here, we can see that when both 4 is added to 1 or 3 and 2 are added to 1, it equals 180 degrees. Now we would call 3 and 2 remote interior angles. Okay? And they would be remote interior to angle 4. So think of a TV remote. You use the remote to change the channels from a distance. Okay? So remote means somewhere far away. So 3 and 2 are far away from angle 4. So they are the remote angles, and because they're inside, they are also remote interior angles. Okay, so again here on this model, if we want the measure of angle 1, I can look at its remote interior angles, which are angle B and angle A. So if I were to add angle A and angle B together, it would equal angle 1. Let's do some examples here. The measure of angle 4 is 135 degrees. Find the measure of angle 2. Well, I know that this angle here, it's a right angle, so I know this angle is 90 degrees. So let's see what we can figure out. I know, let's say, let angle 2 equal x. Let's assign it a variable. Okay. Well, let's just say let the measure of angle 2 equal x. So I can say that x plus 90 degrees equals 135 degrees, because we have our two remote interior angles and our exterior angles, which are equal to each other. Subtract 90 from both sides. X equals 45 degrees. So the measure of angle 2 is 45 degrees. Letter B, refer to the figure below. Suppose the measure of angle 5 is 147 degrees. Find the measure of angle 1. So I'm going to say, let the measure of angle 1 equal x. And again, we have a right angle here, so I know this is 90 degrees. 147 is our exterior angle. So I know that exterior angle is the sum of the two remote interior angles. So 90 plus x. Solve for x. Subtract 90 from both sides. X equals 57 degrees. So the measure of angle 1 is 57 degrees. Find the value of x in the triangle. This exterior angle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. So 123 equals 92 plus x. Subtract 92. And we get 31 degrees. Find the value of x in the triangle. These are the remote interior angles. 170 is the exterior angle. So 170 equals 125 degrees plus x. Solve for x by subtracting 125. And we get 45 degrees. I'll rewrite that. That's a little sloppy. So 45 degrees.